Hi everybody, this is Ellen and welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we are preparing chicken katsu. So it's more like breaded chicken, but we're gonna do it island style. And so this is what we call chicken katsu or breaded chicken. And tonight we are using the Deluxe Air Fryer, okay, as the power tool. So instead of me using the frying pan and getting it all messy and everything, I am going to skip all that and use the air fryer. So if you have the air fryer at home or an air fryer at home, and you're not using it, you guys got to break it out and use it, okay, because this is the time. So let's get started here. I have coating trays right here, okay, they come in a set of 3 already. And so when you make anything breaded, you're going to have different mixtures that you have to kind of set apart from each other. So the first mixture I'm going to have, I'm actually going to put some flour in here, okay? And when you make these mixtures here, it's really not necessary for you to measure, but I don't like to make too much, because if I have too much of the batters left and no more, meats, then I'm going to waste a whole bunch. So if anything, I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and see how much flour I actually need for the amount of chicken that I have. So my first mixture is going to be flour, and then I'm going to put some salt in here as soon as I can find my salt. Here it is. I have some salt. So I'm going to put salt in the flour mixture, okay? All right. Kind of mix this around a little bit. All right, so that's my first mixture. The second mixture is going to be the wet mixture, and that's where I'm going to have the eggs. So I took out 4 eggs, but I'm only going to use 3. Okay, if I need more, I'll have that 4th egg. So I'm just going to use 3 right here. And because the trays are plastic, this really won't break on it. So I'm just kind of using a butter knife to help me crack the egg. Okay, so I have 3 eggs here. It's like if you want to make your egg mixture kind of stretch a little bit, you can go ahead and add a little bit of milk in it. Sort of like when you scramble eggs and you want to make the eggs stretch and go a little bit longer, a longer way, then you just add a little bit of milk. Okay, so I'm just going to whisk it a little bit here. To the egg mixture, I am going to add some fresh garlic, okay? So I'm going to take some fresh garlic. Use a few cloves. It's to your liking. We like a lot of garlic in this house. So I'm going to put about 3 cloves and we'll go from there. So squeezing it into the egg mixture. Put another clove in there. Don't need to peel it. It's the wonderful thing about the garlic press. Scrape all the garlic that comes from the bottom, and you just discard the peel. And then I'm going to put my last garlic clove in here. Press it. And that is it. Okay. A cooking tip for you when you're preparing your meals, any kind of meals, what have you, you want to actually, have your sink empty, and on one side of the sink, so if you have a 2-compartment sink, on one side, just fill it up with soap and water. Have it ready, nice and clean, ready to go, so that when you are cooking, you can kind of clean as you go, okay? So this is my second mixture. This is the wet one. And then I'm gonna have another dry mixture at the end. And because we're making chicken katsu, I am going to put panko, okay? Panko is a Japanese style breadcrumbs. Now, you could do it with regular breadcrumbs if you only have regular breadcrumbs, or you could take cornflakes or tortilla chips and mash it, and then you can use it as your coating. But when you make katsu, you gotta have panko, okay? So if you don't have panko, then it's not, you can't call it chicken katsu, all right? So you can just call it breaded chicken. That's it. All right. So I have my 3 mixtures here. I'm not gonna add anything to the breadcrumbs. I'm just gonna leave it as is, all right? And at this point, you are ready to dip your chicken into each batter, all right? So on the far end of my my mat here, I have basically an empty, clean cutting mat, okay? This is where I take the raw chicken from this side, and then I'm gonna dip it, and then I'm gonna set it aside over here, okay? It's like a production, assembly line, okay? When you do this, here's another cooking tip. If you know your hands are gonna get dirty, try to limit that to one hand. Because if you need to touch or grab anything, you can use the other hand, which is clean. All right, so I'm dipping in the flour, and then I'm gonna take it to the egg batter. And if you don't like touching it with your fingers, of course, wear gloves, or you can use tongs, okay? All right, and then after the egg batter, I'm gonna take it to the panko, get it nice and coated. Oh my goodness.